I mean, the techs saw them disappear off the instruments and I can't find them because of their mental shields. Do you want me to say it again? Virtuoso stated. Look, Bioforce said as a force bubble came down like Olympian took off. Why did they lose contact with them? Darkspeed asked. I told you I can't read their minds. Don't you listen? Virtuoso said. Just tell me what Connors tells the text then. He's telling them they looped around a star about a 24 light-year round trip. The trip took a little longer than it needed to because Connors used it as a homing lesson for Cosmos. What PLS is that? Bioforce asked. PLS? Eclipse asked as he listened in. Percentage of light speed. They went to a different solar system? Which one? She asked. Connors didn't tell the text, Virtuoso asked. If he can do that, we should be looking for habitable planets and life on other worlds. Why are we using his power for speed tests? Bioforce asked with passion. Because Cosmos turns 12 next month and he still has a lot to learn, Darkspeed said. After he gets to an alpha team, I imagine that things like that will be on the agenda. No, I mean, why teach him how to fight at all? Guys like Olympian live for it, but Cosmos could be building things right now. Because Connors recruited us all to be superheroes, and I think he was right to recruit him too. What do you mean? Bioforce asked. Remember the first lesson, the heart of a superhero? I think it's important that anyone with that kind of power have it. When did you get deep? She said with a laugh. Darkspeed laughed a bit with her. When I was made the leader of this sorry team. Ion was not able to go into space again. Ranger was able to break 1 PLS for the first time. Kinetic had over doubled his in-flight speed to 5 PLS. Orbit was very pleased with her performance as she broke just over 10 PLS. Glimmer didn't go into space last time, and this time she decided to try. Are you sure about this? Connors asked her. I didn't go last time because I wasn't confident with my ability to survive in space. With this new uniform, I feel like I can. Shall we go? After you, Connors said to Glimmer. After the hood had sealed into a helmet and her suit checked out, she flew straight up. As she left the atmosphere, she kept checking the seals of her suit. Once she was confident the suit was holding, Glimmer began to accelerate away from the planet. Connors watched the young Alpha's face strain as she fought to get near 1 PLS. Then something happened that Connors hadn't anticipated. Glimmer's face began to glow as she kept moving faster and faster. What speed is she up to? Darkspeed asked Virtuoso. When I know, you'll know, Virtuoso said with an annoyed voice. Quit asking, she knows you want to know, Bioforce said. She's topping out at 99 PLS. I didn't think she could go that fast, Virtuoso said. Maybe she just needed to get into space for her speed to kick in, she said. No, she couldn't accelerate like that down here. Something's different. Glimmer and Connors landed back on the sand near the techs. Glimmer unsealed her hood and tossed it back off her head. She was ecstatic. How fast did I get? Glimmer asked the techs. As they told her, she jumped up and down with surprise. What's... Darkspeed tried to say as he was cut off by Virtuoso. Her deal? She never tried to fly that fast before. She felt like she turned or partially turned into light. She thinks her light powers may let her fly at a full 100 PLS. She already hit 99, why not 100? Bioforce said. The light bulb stealth, she said. Jealous? If both our teams go to New York, I'm thinking I'm going to be the one doing stealth work. Virtuoso looked at She and thought to her, You are jealous. Why? Because she can fly? Because, I don't know why, she thought back. She's really trying to be your friend. I can see it in her. I know I don't have a reason to be mad at her. It's just that you expected to be far and away the best at everything here, and you ended up with competition. It's okay to have competition. It's not the competition thing. I'm winning that. It's... A light went on in Virtuoso's head. She's spending more time with your mother than you are. That's it, isn't it? I've been taking all these detective, forensic, and hacking enrichments, while she tags along with Cosmos to Bishamon Bays. I'm paying my dues, and she makes doe eyes. It's just getting to me. Parents get here in 6 days. You'll be fine until then. Remember what I said, too. She is trying to be your friend. I'll keep that in mind, she said. Keep what in mind? Darkspeed asked. Nothing. What's going on next? Back to the dorms. Coach is going to go over our results there. Darkspeed jumped off the side of the stands and fell quickly to the ground below. Cosmos watched as everyone scattered back to the dorm rooms. He slowly lowered his old creation back into the stands. The techs were still packing up their equipment as he waited. Staying to clean up your mess? Connors asked Cosmos. The techs asked me to make that thing. It's their mess. I'll wait with you. How did you like your space trip today? It was kind of scary. I know that I was safe, but almost blowing up in space is still pretty clear. You know, I was invulnerable by the time I could fly, so I can't say that I understand the fear. I can tell you this much, though. It's not the last time you'll have to get over something that frightens you. The techs had now put enough of their equipment away that Cosmos just made the roof disappear. Can I get the rest later? Sure. I don't think a big slab like that will hurt anything. Tell the others I'll be there after they've had a chance to eat dinner. Connors turned to walk back with spurs as Cosmos took off in a force bubble. After dinner, first team waited in their dorm room for Connors to show. Darkspeed paced back and forth as the others tried to talk to him. I know I got faster this time, Darkspeed said. Calm it down. You're going to pop something in your head, Cosmos said. Everyone made such big gains last time and I didn't. I've been working harder in morning exercises and practice turning my speed up to maximum at least 3 times a day. I have to have made gains. I'm sure you did. Now simmer down, Bioforce said. I just feel so hyper. Come here so I can sedate you. I'm not sick. A few more tense moments passed and then the door opened. Connors deactivated Reggie's security alarms and invited second team in. First team looked at the other team as they were led in by Coach Smith. Darkspeed figured it must be some kind of training thing or lecture as he approached Connors. What's up? Nothing's up. The two teams have been training together so much, and in the future you will be together even more. So I thought we could give you your results together, Connors said. Oh, that's fine. Darkspeed took a seat and tried to think if this was good news or bad news. He finally came to the conclusion that it didn't really matter so long as he got the results he wanted. Eclipse walked up to the couch Olympian was sitting on and plopped himself right next to and up against Olympian. Scoot over, man. Give me some room. There are like 6 other couches here, Olympian said as he moved enough to not let Eclipse touch him. Yeah, but I like this spot. You're asking for it. You think you're up to dishing it out? I'll beat you like an ugly rented mule, Olympian said a little too loud. The hitters can now remain silent for the next 60 seconds, Connors said with a stare. Those two are always like that, Smith said to Connors. Smith was right, and yet the two boys stayed in each other's company almost all the time. They knew they were the top 2 hitters, and the other hitters were just in their shadow. In combat, Olympian's speed and invulnerability, coupled with his flying, brought him victory over Eclipse every time. Eclipse took every loss in stride and continued testing Olympian for the top spot at every opportunity. If friendship was defined by who you decide to spend your spare time with, then Olympian and Eclipse were best friends. Between the two teams, there were 2 other solid friendships. Ranger hung out with Darkspeed and Saber. The 3 of them often did homework together and talked about challenges they were having with their teams. Glimmer and Cosmos didn't seem like they had much in common, but somehow it worked. Most suspected it was Glimmer's charm and Cosmos' need of a friend that kept the 2 alphas as friends. On the fringes of friendship and bordering on a professional relationship were She and Shroud. Both of them continually showed up to the same enrichment classes and ended up studying together more and more. Of all the stealths, these were the 2 developing old-fashioned crime-solving and detective skills. I have everyone's results here. Let's start with the stealths. Connors continued. Glimmer, I've seen you work hard and your results show it. Your speed has come up 25% for 25 norms, and your strength has over doubled to an 80-ton lift. Endurance up 37%, agility up 12.5%. Your durability has doubled and your light powers are now at a 9 just like your father's were. Good job. This chick is always going to be stronger than me, She thought as everyone said something nice to Glimmer. She, your gains since you arrived here are also impressive. You now have 35 norms of speed, a 10.5-ton lift. Your durability has over tripled to 1,500, a 40% gain in endurance, and a 20% gain in agility. Also, I have been monitoring your repulsion power. Your effective attack range has lessened from 11 feet to 4 feet. Being able to make your father's force field isn't far away. Your dad has a what, level 9 force field? Bioforce asked. Shogun has a 10 rating, and he can use it to attack, she said. He sure can, Olympian said as the others looked at him. It's been over 60 seconds. Let's just do the hitters now, Smith said.